Hi, welcome to my daily chess, and I'm here with some rapid games. 15 minutes on ICC. Let's see, d4, d5. Okay. Leads queen spot opening. Let's see if he goes for the queen's gambit. Yes, he does. Okay, e6, queen's gambit declined. Very solid. And right now, gaining popularity. It's one of the most safest ways for black to equalize. Knight c3, knight f6. And now white has several moves he can take, which is the exchange variation, considered very good for white. Bishop g5, which is the main line, or try knight f3, bishop f4. This, I don't know what it's called, but this bishop f4 variation. And yeah, you certainly need to know something how to play this, but in general, these positions are very simple, and you don't need too much theoretical knowledge in order to play them with confidence. Okay, it's taking some time. I actually disabled the rating of my opponent, so I don't know how strong he is. But I guess with my 1851 here, I don't play many 15-minute games. I think he shouldn't be too weak. It takes some time. Who knows? Maybe putting it off on an engine. Okay. Well, okay. You know his his phone rang. Let's see. E3. Okay. E3 is yeah. Okay, it shuts in this bishop here, which yeah, is usually not that good. In general, white cannot count on an opening advantage with it, because it's crucial that his bishop goes out before he closes the diagonal. But let's see, okay, e3. Black's plan is simply to play c5 at an appropriate moment, and then maybe even to accept an isolated queen's pawn position. Okay, f3, castle. I don't know if he's good in blitz, but if he plays on like this, he will definitely end up losing in time. I've got almost 3 minutes more than him. See, bishop e2, bishop d3 are all possible. On bishop d3, I could even consider playing d takes c and then c5. The resulting position would, I don't know. I think I stick with c5, which is more principled. I mean, I shouldn't give up the center. You can then take on c5 and create a symmetrical structure, which makes it difficult for me to exploit anything and to pose any concrete problems, which might be important once he gets low on time. Okay, cancel. Knight c6. I don't want to take on d4 now, because this bishop would then be free to go. So I want it to make it as difficult as possible for him. I think I had this position once before in a tournament game, or team match. One opponent played a3 and tried to steer the game to a either queen's pawn position, but I just delayed it as long as I could. Both sides exchanged rating moves, and finally, he made a mistake, and I got a very decent isolated queen's pawn position. So let's see how this game continues. Okay. Well, soon I will have 4 minutes more than my opponent, and okay. Let's see if I can then maybe someone take over the initiative, maybe even sacrificing a pawn, just to complicate matters, so that he has to calculate and spend some time. And maybe I could try to exploit this. Queen 2, okay. Okay, let's see. If I take on d4 right now, you would probably take. Isn't that good? Let's see. C takes d. The critical point might be if he takes on d5, because if he takes with the e pawn, I just take on c4. Bishop takes, knight takes d4. At least wins a pawn. Knight takes, queen takes. Oh, yeah, looks okay. I still lag behind in development. It's a bit risky, maybe. But okay, if I take here and takes on d5, what can I do? Then do probably take on c3, take c6, b2, b7, queen, queen. Yeah, at least it would be more interesting. Let's try it out. Let's take on d4. Or let's take on d4. Okay. Well, I then simply take here, take it out the d4 pawn. He gets a bit of a development, definitely. So I would try to solve my problems with them, but yeah, I think it's okay. Let's take it out. I take on the queen, so he has to take. Now bishop e3 comes. I intend to play queen g4 later on to try to, yeah, not to give him the initiative for free, at least. Just try to pose some problems, because if he goes, I mean, a pawn is a pawn, but I will try to. Okay. Well, in a way, I would say it's dubious. Well, surprising. Let's say if I try to solve my development problems immediately, b6, go queen f3. Yeah, that's maybe this. Knight d5. Okay, taking the bishop, and here, if he takes my bishop, I take with the knight, trying to reduce the piece pressure. Especially this dark squares, then my rook can go to b8, the bishop develop to b7, and so on. So might be one way of defending and consolidating. Queen g4 is off the agenda. What about h6? If I go h6, we can still go bishop e3. Knight d5. Okay, let's see. If he takes with knight, I take his bishop. His knight hangs. If he goes there, just move king rook b8. So this shouldn't be much. If he takes with the bishop, I just take and the bishop hangs. So let's move again. Did I miss anything? To this knight b5 maybe. Here if rook goes, I just take and go. Looks quite decent to me. Well, let's see if I miss anything. Let's show me. Show me this. Okay, now I force somehow. Some play, and yeah, might be. Let's see. Okay, it takes some time. So the seconds I invested, I get back. Okay, we're about 3 minutes up. So soon it gets into 5-minute blitz. Okay, maybe he's, yeah. Well, which candidates? Okay, run of the rook moves, then take with the knight, take with bishop, and okay, bishop e3 doesn't help him. I just take the bishop out, and then move back. If he takes the bishop, I take with the knight back. I retake with the knight. Okay, rook comes. Okay, if I take here, he cannot take my queen because check and gets the I could try queen c5 maybe, with the idea take. Ooh, that's terribly dangerous. Okay, let's see. Maybe I missed something, some details. If I take with the knight here, I take with the pawn, because if I take with the rook, I just check and win the rook. The exchange at best. Take, the pawn takes. If I take here, he just wins the bishop, which is not good. So I go queen c5, then bishop e3, bishop, queen c7. Looks okay. Yeah, quite decent. Queen c5 immediately. Threat simply to take there on c3. Queen cannot move because the bishop hangs. The bishop can move. Okay, can take it out here. Not convincing. Can I just take this one out and then go for queen c5. Attacking the bishop and then queen c7 eventually. So let's see, either he takes there or goes back to e3, trying not to take over the initiative, and then I go back. Now planning b6, bishop b7, solving the problem here. If g3, with the idea of bishop f4, I just play bishop f6, attacking this pawn here, and planning e5, after which my bishop can go to f5, for instance, so solving the developing problem otherwise. Okay, bishop e4. Okay, that's of course another way. I just played this with the idea that if queen g4, with the idea to mate, I play e5, and the queen is attacked and the bishop. Okay, I'm still 3 minutes up. And a pawn. Is a weak pawn structure. The queen's rather safe there because the rook cannot attack her on the c file. I just have this bad piece, which doesn't have any function. I just need to get him out somehow. Okay, let's see. These bishops are very dangerous. If he goes h3. Maybe I could even go for a6 and b5, trying to gain a tempi while developing my bishop, but bishop d3 is a bit annoying, you know. All his bishops are eyeing my weak king here. I mean, he can even sacrifice probably something, and I have to be cautious not to get mated. I think I would stick with this plan. If let's say g3 or h6, h3, I just play bishop d7 and handing bishop c6, after which the bishop is at least a bit more active, and I can always play e5 to stop him creating threats against g7. And then rook a to c1, 8 comes, pressuring the bishop here, and yeah, at least to stop his threats. I mean, if I'm able to exchange some pieces, at least maybe this bishop here, it's the most dangerous one, I think. He don't have any counterplay whatsoever. I cannot play f6 because e6 hangs. I could play king h8 maybe even, and then f6, e5. This might be another opportunity. Okay. He's now below 4 minutes. I just have to be conscious not to miss anything. If I miss something, then of course those 5 minutes, no, 6 minutes almost, are not relevant at all. Okay, let's see. M. Pampinos, 1987. Let's see what. Okay. Let's just stick to the plan. You can sec. Okay. Okay, I could try this setup, maybe moving the rook and then playing bishop f8. Okay, sacrificing anything is not dangerous now. I take, queen takes, check, king g8, and he does not have any threats left. If I go with the rook somewhere, queen h5, I just first of all take this one, and if he goes queen h6, I just move it there, hitting the queen, and then playing bishop g6 and solving my problems. But where is the the rook located best? I don't need my queen right now, so I would say this square. Also enabling ideas such as e5 and e4, and if he takes, I just pin it and exchange off some pieces, which should be okay. I mean, he's below 3 minutes. I have more than 7 minutes left. This will be I don't know how he wants to do it. I mean, he has maybe some play here, some tries and ideas, but if it's enough, I mean, I think it's a powerful defensive idea. G6 and bishop f8 and bishop g7. Also putting the bishop on this powerful diagonal here, and especially with this weakness here on c3, I might try to generate something. He would have if okay. Yes, not good. Okay, c5, I don't know, c5 and then... Okay, maybe c5, bishop takes, bishop e5, bishop back, takes, and discovers, and the rook attacks my queen. Let's go for this one. Let's hit the bishop. Now we move with f5. I can stop his threats. Maybe then g6 to back up the f5 pawn. Okay, now it's below. Okay, it's close below 1 minute, so I think this will end soon. I'm not sure how he wants to solve his problems. I will just play e4, kick the bishop. And once I kick the bishop, I play bishop e5. Maybe try to exchange it off. Okay, let's see, queen f7. He cannot place the bishop here yet. So this is not dangerous. Okay, not dangerous. Okay, exchange it off. Go for this, okay. Let me exchange this one off. No exchange. Okay, can check me now, but this is not dangerous. I just go there. Okay. Let's exchange them off. Okay, so 30 seconds, so I can even flag him. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, come. Let's come. Let's get this way. Okay, this is not good. I just kicked the king with f4. Okay, try to kick it with f4. You cannot go for f4 himself because I take en passant and my bishop protects the pawn. Okay, can try this one. Okay, 4 seconds. This is over. I could maybe even sacrifice this pawn. Check, takes, take there. He has to go back, and I'll just collect the pawn and then promote it probably. Can you do anything against it? Check, takes, take here. In order to stop the pawn, he has to go king e1 and just approach. You cannot go there because other squares are blocked. If he checks me there, I take his pawn and then simply promote. Okay, it should be enough. Further problems which he cannot solve. Take it. Okay, because if he checks, I just take here and take on as a substitute this pawn here, the function of it, and just take control over f2, and this pawn promotes. Right? Okay, if he checks only. Otherwise, he could go to bishop d5. Okay, but yeah, it's winning. Okay, great. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the beginning. Okay, in Queen's Gambit declined, Queen's pawn opening c5 is usually one of the breakthroughs you search for. Well, some may say the only drawback is that you allow isolated Queen's pawn, but okay, this shouldn't be much of a problem. Okay, it's extremely dangerous to play like this. I am sure that White could have played better, but otherwise you can just go with b6, for instance, or just take first, takes, and then play b6, so just play against his isolated pawn, or take completely, take on c4, and then play knight b4, knight d5, bd5, and just try to fight the isolated queen's pawn with usual manners. Okay, here. Okay, I think bishop e3 has to be played. And now I think knight d5 is very strong. Takes, and queen c5, and probably losing his compensation. Bishop d4 might be very strong. I like this idea with g6 and so. So if queen's h5, g6 hits the queen. If he tries to mate me in one, I just play bishop f8, kicking the queen has to go back, and then bishop g7, and black should win. Okay, after f5, 4. I could maybe even take here first, but okay. Check, and after the queen's exchange, it's definitely over. Here, rook c2, d1 would have been better, after which I planned king e7, and then rook a to d8, exchanging it off. Okay, this is simply lost. Okay, I'm sure, yeah, okay, it's just lost. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this clip. Subscribe to my channel, please, on my daily chess on YouTube. And check out my site, my website. It's www.dailychess.org. And just leave a comment there. Watch my reviews, my book reviews, and I hope you enjoyed it. And tune in next time. Bye.